much for tuning in to The Platform, brought to you by the Industry Highlighter magazine. We are so excited that you're tuning in today with the Ice Cold Media Twins, myself, Carol Coco Diggs, and Just Lynn. Lynn is on assignment today all over the neighborhood, checking out the different things that are going on within the industry and entertainment. So we definitely will be spilling the tea on our upcoming events and our virtual premiere of The Platform, a new portion of the Industry Highlighter magazine that gives underground talents and those businesses and organizations an opportunity to share their gifts with the world. All right. So, Lynn, what is that thing you say about the extended version of themselves?
Well, my thing with using that statement is I always found that just because you have a passion in one thing, we always have other gifts that nobody knows about. And being able to reach deeper inside of ourselves and show people, hey, I'm not just a doctor or a lawyer or a housewife. I have gifts. I can act, I can write, I can sing, I can model. So it's so important to me that people expand themselves and let not just the world, but let their selves see themselves. Look in the mirror and say, I can do that. I am that. I am a doctor. I am an actress. So that's where the extended version of ourselves.
That's what I thought. And we have our very special guest, Bobby and Renee Peoples, which I'm so excited to see today. So they're going to help us spell this weekend tea or spill it all over the place. But we're definitely all about spotlighting everyday people doing extraordinary things. And in reality, none of us are ordinary. All of us are unique and have unique qualities to offer this world. So before we get started, like I said, it was a blessing to even be able to catch Bobby and Renee and Lynn, because everyone is moving all over the place. So thank you all so much for popping in on us on short notice. We definitely appreciate it. Um, the one thing that I did want to mention, Lynn, how's Las Vegas? What's going on there these days?
Las Vegas is amazing. Even outside of the things that happened with the pandemic, they're doing great things with the community, just like Mr. Peoples and his wife here. And I'm impressed with the things that are happening and the people coming together and still being able to live life and still enjoy the greater things that we have. You know, life is short. So I see people doing great things out here. And I think Vegas is growing
Yeah,
beyond what it was before. So I'm having a blast.
by leaps and bounds. Now, for those who we're going to get to the premiere and all of that, but I want to know about the two of you, how you got started, because when I went online to see the roster or the list of films that had been produced and things like that, I was impressed because a few of them I had no idea. And to know, you know, what you all were doing definitely intrigued me. And I was like, whoa, I have to meet him. I have to know about him. And Lynn had already spoke so highly of you all. So share with our viewers.
Well, I mean, we got married in 2008 and
Oh, you going back?
It's
yeah,
all good.
Go ahead.
yeah, she said how we met in 2007, got married in 2008, started the company in 2009, and did over 100 projects since then. The short version.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Very.
Well, it's impressive, but it's what we love to do. So to us, it's like it's like breathing.
Love it, love it, love it. So what, if you don't mind, what are some of the projects that you've done or that you're currently having in production right now?
Well, I just answered
Well, we just premiered our movie that we directed on Lifetime. It's on the LMN channel, the Lifetime Movie Network. That just premiered, and the title of that is "You Can Never Go Home Again." So that did pretty well on the opening night. It's still on demand right now if anyone want to go check it out. We have other movies that we do. It's on an independent level through Maverick, and that is on Tubi and Voodoo and Pluto now, and different places, different platforms like that. So yeah, we have how many movies on those platforms right now?
We have on those particular platform, we have like 11 and 12.
Yeah, 11 or 12 movies on those platforms right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's currently going, and we have 4 that's coming out this year.
5.
Wow.
Now, who's behind the lens? Who is working everything?
Well, we both are writers, directors, and producers. She acts too, but we both do everything behind the scenes together.
And we also have we train a lot of people in this industry.
Yeah.
And one of our DPs, her name is Kakila. We call her Spritz. She does a lot of our filming. Bobby trained her to do camera work, and we just acquired another camera lady. Her name is Roshonda, and she just filmed her first feature with us with this last movie we just filmed, Sudden Passion. So she's super excited, and she did a wonderful job. One of the things about us is we do the low budget movies, independent films, because we like to give opportunities. We like to give opportunities for cast and crew. So a lot of our actors, they get their first IMDb professional credits with us. That's one of the things that we love about it. So I don't care how many big budget movies we do, we're going to always go back to the basis of what we love and creating opportunities for these people who may not have had an opportunity before.
And let that nugget grow and blossom, so they can reap their own harvest.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's awesome. Because so many times, once people start getting their own credits and things like that, they're gone. You can't hardly touch you or see you or anything. So I think that's awesome that you are making it where those who are just starting out and beginning have that training and they have that expertise and people that they can lean on, if you will, at least until they get their start.
But they can also buy my book too. I wrote a book on how to do this as well.
Okay.
So it's on Amazon. It's called How to Make Movies and Money Manual. So it's a step-by-step instruction book on how to make a movie from start to finish.
All right, you guys, so all of you that are listening that are movie or actresses and actors, y'all know who you are. Be sure to check out the book, step-by-step instructions. You can't beat it.
And that's on the production side.
Yes, production side. Yeah. So it teaches you how to write your script, how to set your camera shots and stuff up. Just basically everything from your idea to completion. Like I said, I've read so many filmmaking books when I started, is that I had to keep reading them over and over again so I could get the understanding of them, because they were big words, very complicated. I'm not saying that I'm illiterate, but I'm just saying.
He read them, and then I'd be like, okay, now tell me what it say.
So I had to break it down for people. Not saying she's illiterate. I'm just saying I just had to break it down for people. So I made it so easy to follow that. At the time I wrote the book, our 12-year-old son at the time was able to read the book and make his own movie at 12 years old.
His own short film.
Exactly.
So we made it real simple.
Okay, awesome. Lynn, you're going to have to tell us all about your experience at the event with them and everything else that went on. I'm so excited to hear about it.
Well, first of all, I was very impressed with the setup. It was so professional. I figure something like this, the more that they do this, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I told him personally, I said, he kind of remind me of a Tyler Perry type, And when I walked in, the way everybody just interacted with each other, everybody came in, and it was just so tastefully done. I love the way everybody was dressed. You looked beautiful, Miss Peoples.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. When I came in, you meet a lot of people in this world that are producers or famous or whatever not, and it's the way Mr. Peoples responded that really made me say, this is an amazing man. And as soon as I walked up to his wife, she was just fabulous. I consider her fabulous. And I kind of got chills because it's like I'm sitting here with them and I'm watching them move, and they treated everybody with so much respect, and they cared about everybody, what they were doing. They didn't have attitude. You asked a question, they were like, oh sure, no problem, yeah. And I'm like, that's how you want to feel when you go and do an assignment or you're doing a review on somebody. It makes you feel very comfortable, and they made me feel very comfortable. And it just was a great pleasure watching the way they presented themselves when they got on stage. I was just so captivated. I'm like, I like how they interacted as a husband and wife and a team. And he treated his whole production crew as if these were his children. And he, he cared for them.
Well, it's funny because they call me Pops. So.
Yeah, we're mom and pop. So,
and I can see the way they responded and the respect that everybody gave them. It blew me away. And I'm like, I had times before I got there to go through briefly some of his movies, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching. I'm like, this man is good. What does he be thinking when he doing this stuff? Like, where's their mind? Because it's so creative. But the main thing that I like is how he's helping people outside of, like he said, he can do high budget, and then he can work the, people that need the help. And I believe you mentioned that on stage about how you do that. And when he said that, I kind of teared up, because I'm like, it's hard in this world to get a break. And so many people want to act and perform, and he's opening the doors for people, and he's helping them expand their dreams. And I love it. So the experience was chilling, and I can't wait to see what more he has to bring.
Me too.
We have to see, because it's not just me. She's definitely she's definitely an equal partner in what we do here. So I appreciate that acknowledgement, but I'll make sure that she get her props too.
Yeah, and I love the way just the energy in both of y'all. It's like to see two people, husband and wife, produce. And I know, Miss People, you do some acting. And I'm like, to be the fly on the wall and see how I was watching from the audience, the response that people were giving you guys. It was like, oh, okay. I'm feeling it too. And we laughing and having fun. And the way you guys put it together, it was phenomenal.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
That's awesome. And I wasn't even there, but the way that she told it, I just had to meet you, had to find out more, and just learn more about you and your great production.
We're an open book. What you want to know?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So what?
How did you make the connection?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have a quick question. What inspired you, both of you, to get into film production and acting?
Well, for me, that's all I ever wanted to do. I mean, even as a kid, when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I used to have my little Star Wars figurines and G.I. Joe figurines. I was pretending I was making movies then. And every job I've ever had, it was either, working in a movie theater, running a projection booth, or working at a video store. So I've always been into movies. So that was always been my thing. But I got that from my grandmother, because she used to watch. I used to sit there and watch her, when she raised me. So I used to sit there with her all day and just watch TV. Whatever came on television, we used to sit there and watch it all day. That was my escape. So I think I do what I do because of her. If it wasn't for her sitting down with me every day, not every weekend, but every day, we go to church, come home, watch movies. Go to church, go home, watch movies. So that was my life. And then I got my little toys. I pretend I was making my own movies in my head, and just if they was able to give me a camera back then, I mean, who knows what I would have done? But I didn't have the resource. All I had was my mind. So I did what I did.
So beautiful. And you, Miss Peoples?
I never thought about film, so to speak, because I didn't see people that looked like me, right, on the TV. So I always thought that was out of reach for me. So as a young girl, I started off writing poetry, and I started off writing like short stories, and then it turned into plays. I had never seen a play a day in my life, but I was able to sit down and actually write one. And I started a production company when I was 15 in high school, and we traveled all over the city of Detroit. That's where I'm from, to like the senior citizen homes and churches, and we put on this production, right? And it was a play that I wrote. It was called Dreams Are Real. I didn't, at that time, I didn't know that it was going to manifest in my life now, today, right? So I started with theater, and then when I moved to Atlanta is when I met my friend who introduced me to him. And I was still like, I don't see a lot of full-figure women in film. So it was always like a distant thought for me, like something that would never happen. And then I went to this for his premiere that he had in Atlanta, and I was like, oh, I see women on here that look like me. Okay, right? So then,
because I love full-figure women. So.
Okay.
I approached him. I was like, how can I audition for your films? And so from there, we developed a friendship, and then then a working relationship, and then and that's how I was introduced to film. It was by him, and then once I got introduced to film, I never looked back from that point on.
That is so beautiful. That is very beautiful.
Thank you.
If y'all hear a little noise in the background, it's because our dog is like, she was quiet until we got on camera. So.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
I thought it was our dog. I was like, uh-oh.
That's a little squeaky toy.
Wow.
Even with that being said, how were you able to make the connections with Lifetime? Was it basically just having the experience? Was it that you had an amazing product, or what?
Well, we was hired as directors, so we didn't write that project for Lifetime. But by the time we did a Lifetime project, man, we've already had years of product out there. You know what I'm saying? So I would think our consistency speaks for itself, that we're able to take a project and complete it. And you have two minds creating, directing this project. So right place, right time. We was in Atlanta for 15 years. So doing this, like I said, we've done over 100 projects, short films, feature films, in case may be, and we had our own film festival. So we've always been on the grind. So our name always traveled through, certain circles. So then we moved to Vegas, and those circles just started to expand even more. So that's what happened, and we just
someone had approached him and basically was like, well, I believe we can do better. I can help you do better. And Bobby was like, well, what do you mean? Like, what is it? Show me. What are you talking about? And so that's how we were introduced to that circle. When he said he could do better, we never really thought that he was talking about Lifetime or BET or anything like that. We was just like, okay, well, what is it? Because of course we were skeptical, because we get hit with that kind of stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? People with empty promises. Well, this particular person came through, and we were like, oh, we're really doing this. Okay. Okay. Of course it was scary, because we filmed another movie before this one that was a bigger budget, and that one's still working on being sold. And then we went from that project over to the Lifetime project, and it's all the same, but it's more money involved, more people involved, more decision makers involved.
More
what I mean?
emotions.
More right. So you just dealing with all of that stuff. So it's different on that level, but it's the same on what we do. Like, we do this. You know what I'm saying? So that was a blessing. It was definitely a blessing and a learning experience for us. Actually, having a crew of about 20
people,
about 20, 25 people. And it's normally 4 or 5 at the most when we do our films, right?
Wow. 4 or 5?
Well, one movie we did was just us as a crew.
Yeah, because we had some things to come up, and our DP was out of town, and it was just a lot of stuff. But we know how to do stuff from beginning to end, right? But we like to, again, give those opportunities. So we was like, okay, well, we just about to put on our multiple hats and do what we have to do. And we did it and got it done, completed on time, on budget. Yeah. and we just kept it moving from there.
Exactly.
Wow.
I tried to give her another toy to play with, but that one was actually worse than the first one she had.
She's fine.
Good.
We like to have fun with people we interview. So we want you to be yourself. That's okay. It makes it more interactive.
More interactive, right?
Yeah, people get to see your personality, get a feel of you. Oh, that's good. You all good.
Okay. Do you have any more upcoming events coming out? I want to come. I want to come to the next one.
Right.
We're playing another premiere later this year.
Yes.
We don't know exact dates just yet because we're trying to coordinate some things too, because we're going to be doing a premiere also going into production to another movie all at the same time. So we're just trying to coordinate the schedules on that basically, because this is what we do. This is our livelihood. So, we have to create. If we don't create, we don't eat. That's just how it is. So we're just trying to make sure that we move strategically on premiere and to this next movie.
Yeah.
The dog was coming over here. I was like,
look, you waving off and I'm over here fighting.
You messing with your dog, I'm messing with my dog.
Right.
Oh man, y'all are
wow. Well,
but when we do have our next premiere, we of course we'll let you all know. And if you want to come, you're more than welcome to come, and we'll have some media passes for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, I enjoyed it. I apologize I didn't make the after party, but Miss Diggs sent me on another assignment. I was like, I'm trying.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, do you guys plan to be at this year's Black Film Festival?
Absolutely. Las Vegas Black Film Festival?
Yeah,
yes, we will be there.
We were actually one of the guest hosts. Oh no, we were the guest judges last year, and they're doing something for us on the 24th of this month. I mean, I'm sorry, this one. Well, April.
Yeah.
So we're going to be there on the 24th for sure. We was invited to come out again, and we did like a master class, so to speak. How to do film and stuff like that.
That's the last one, yeah.
So
we're excited about it. I mean, she's the GOAT when it comes to that. She's been doing that for many, many years.
If you come to Vegas doing films, you gotta. She's like the godmother,
right?
Godfather, the godmother. So you need to go to her. Get your blessings,
right?
Yeah, we definitely plan on being there as well.
Awesome.
Lynn, you have to give Michelle her shout out. Go ahead and give it to her.
Oh, of course. She was amazing. But we've definitely give Michelle a shout out. She was amazing. She's an amazing woman. We love what she's doing for our people, of course. She's doing big things. Everybody hears her name. So shout out to Miss Michelle for the Las Vegas Black Film Fest.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
So let me ask you guys this question. If someone is watching right now that is interested and they really don't have the budget to take acting classes or whatever, what would you suggest? Because I see a lot of young ladies, a lot of young men that want to model, want to be in short films. How would they start? What would you give them? How would you, give them?
Well, let me put this tidbit out there. I offer an acting class for beginners. So I teach an acting class for beginners. My class is $150. You pay $25 registration fee. That $25 goes towards that $150, and it's for 5 weeks. It's very inexpensive. I also offer scholarships during my class. For that $150, I get about one to two scholarships. A lot of some of my producer friends been sponsoring some actors, so they could be on the lookout for that. The next thing would be is to, if they don't know where to begin, they need to start really asking questions and researching.
But also too, research and be careful how you research, because so many people who are new to this business get taken advantage of, and we've seen it so many times. There are producers out there who like to charge people for everything. Like,
Yeah.
if you got to pay to be in somebody's movie, then you should not want to be in that movie.
Yeah, but it's a lot of new people that just want to do it.
Yeah.
They, they get caught up in stuff like that.
And it's, I mean, I can't really blame them because you shouldn't be paying for nothing like that anyway. So you have to be more conscious of what it is you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, as a producer, we should be mindful of that as well. Like, we taking advantage of people, and that doesn't fit well for everybody because what happens is that one bad apple spoils it for the whole bunch. We have some people who will do something real negative, and then by us being black and that being a black producer as well, they're gonna label all of us as the same. You know what I'm saying? So when we do our thing, people are like, what do you mean? Like people like the actors like, hold up, we didn't have to pay to get in. Like, no, you were in the movie. Why would I charge you to be in your own movie? You know what I'm saying? So it didn't make sense to me, logically, but that's what they're trained to do. They're trained to do that. Like when people are doing plays, actors had to go sell tickets. I'm like, and that's not their job to go sell tickets because the producers and directors were getting mad at actors for not selling tickets. I understand that you want to get a sold out crowd, but hire you a sales team. Don't make your actors come to practice every weekend for 3 months and expect them to go sell tickets for you. That is not their job.
I mean, you sell them to your friends and your family and stuff, but to be an active salesperson out here on the corner, hey, buy my ticket. It's just things should be done in decency and in order.
Exactly.
And that's, and we're actors advocates. So we try to do things that, we try to treat people the way we would want to be treated.
Exactly.
Right? I'm an actor, so I want to be treated a certain way when it comes down to this industry, and I'm gonna treat my actors the same way. So a lot of practices we don't agree with, but people live and learn, and maybe hopefully by us coming and we're doing what we're doing, maybe they will catch on and they'll start to do the right thing. Maybe it is a situation where they just don't know any better,
right?
Or maybe it's a situation where they feel like that this is the way it's supposed to be done, when it's not, but maybe this is how they feel. So hopefully seeing how it's supposed to be done ethically and morally,
thank you,
they'll get the picture.
Right, exactly. And that's what we want to be leaders in that industry and that. So.
So that goes with the two-part question that I did have for you. How I want to say this. What is the experience and what is it like being a Black film producer, and how hard is it being a Black film producer? Challenges.
Well, I don't think there are. I mean, obviously there's racial, challenges. Obviously, some people are not going to give you the respect because you are Black. You know what I'm saying? It's just simple as that. Even with our Lifetime movie, you know what I'm saying? It was a biracial couple in there, and then we have people attacking the biracial couple because it's a biracial couple. No other meaning to the story, you know what I'm saying? They're just attacking it, and the fact that we did it. Yeah, so we understand that. But also at the end of the day, I don't care because I care about the views. If you want to hurt me, don't watch it. That's how you hurt me. Don't watch it. But if you watched it, whether you liked it or not, that still counts as a view. You know what I'm saying? So, and then by you going ragging about it and tearing it down, that's all. I guarantee out of 10 people who read that, 2 of them are gonna go watch and see why you were so mad at the movie. So again, you're still helping us by doing that,
getting the word out.
So
positive or negative,
right?
Now, I'm gonna talk from a Black female producer.
Okay. Yes.
Being in this field, which is a male-dominated field, but I come from IT. I was in IT for 20 plus years, so that's a white male-dominated field, right? So I had to, stand my ground in that. So I know how to hold my own professionally. I'm from Detroit, though, so don't get it twisted, right? And coming over here, into this field, which is a male-dominated field, I see where a lot of women don't get the respect. And then when you have to speak up for yourself, you're labeled as an angry Black woman.
Okay.
Which is fine. You call me what you want, but you're going to respect me. That's number one, right? So, and I can do it tactfully, or I can do it hoodly, right? So whichever way you want it, however you bring it is how I'm going to give it to you. But unfortunately, we have to be that way because you don't get looked at the same. You get overlooked. because you're a female, and they feel like, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. She don't know what she's doing. When in actuality, it's the females behind the scenes that's running this thing.
Yeah, a lot of times. A lot of
It's
times.
the women. It's the black women. Look at Shonda Rhimes. Look at all these black directors that's emerging, that's coming out of the woodworks, getting deals, getting signed, because they see we have something to offer now, right? When before it wasn't like that. So we slowly but surely we getting there, but it takes us longer than the average.
Right. And then by us being husband and wife team, I mean, we just make sure that is always going to be first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? When you speak to one, you got to speak to both. Unless it's a black woman's positive type thing. I'm not a woman, so I can't speak on that. All of that, it's always going to be Bobby and Renee. And when we out, not with each other, they always act with the other one at anyway. So
I love it.
15 years now. So.
Did you say 15 years? Okay, that's my magic number too. 15 years.
Okay, 15.
Yeah, 15 over here.
So what inspired you guys to do Pimpstress?
Well, that was the distributor's idea to do that. He wanted us to do, some kind of pimping type film, because that's not what we do. That's not our wheelhouse.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, so, I heard what you said on stage. I heard her. I heard Miss Peoples. Yeah. She made that
that's what we wanted to do, But I mean, we had fun doing it. Don't get me wrong.
It was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. I mean,
I did too. I was like, this is cute. I like this. Okay.
We enjoyed the process, but it was like when he brought it to us, we were nervous. It was like, what?
Well, I said the same thing. I was like, what is she showing me?
So it's not something that we generally do. We don't know too much about it. That's not our neck of the woods. So
it was fun researching. It
was fun.
I like how you said you had to go out in the field and do research. I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
we went out there looking for prostitutes.
Yeah, we was out there because they were like, oh, you got to go to this part. You got to go. So we wanted to make sure that the name of the of where they are is correct. Like all of that, the terminology, like different things like that. We had to make sure that stuff was actually correct. We didn't want to be sounding stupid saying these things, right? So we had to really research. We watched so many documentaries. Oh my God, hours and hours and hours. And before we even got started.
Right.
And then during the process of us writing, then we will go out and we're driving around, seeing how they, how they move, how they work, how they interact.
What was that like? What take us on that adventure.
It was different. And then we had to watch out for the pimps because the pimps. You don't know where a lot of times they be sitting back watching. So if they see you circling the block a few times,
they want to see what's up.
They want to know what you're doing.
Right. Now, she wanted to go out there and get videos and talk to people. I'm like, hold up now.
That's my kind of girl. That's my kind of girl.
Yeah, so she was the most forceful. I'm sitting there like, you know what? I'm going
no, we're not going to do that. Come on, get in this car, girl. What are you doing? I just want to talk. Like, I want to know.
I'm like,
oh my God.
And I think the actors was amazing. Your actors was amazing.
Oh yeah, they did great.
Yeah, they did.
The young lady that I guess she was the Pimpstress. Janae, yes. I was really they all captivated me, but I looked, I said, she kind of remind me of a Taraji P kind of. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this girl did. And then she kind of favored her, but then she also favored somebody else. I can't get the name out. It's gonna come out. I think that you guys did.
But Janae's also a producer herself. I mean, she produced her own. Yeah, she's a producer, director herself.
Yes. I researched her a little bit. I seen some of her. Yeah, I seen her.
That's how we met her. Matter of fact, when we first got to Vegas, she had auditioned for her web series, and that we both auditioned for her. But actually, she picked Renee for it. She didn't pick me for some reason. She picked her, but we was actually filming at the same time, so she had to bow out. So but we just remained friends, and it just kind of worked out. And she does her hair.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a hairstylist, but she also
Oh wow. So she.
How do y'all go about casting?
Well, right now we have a little system on our website. So if you go to our website and sign up for our newsletter, we send out emails regarding what audition we got coming up, or what music we're looking for, or even what positions we're looking for. Like whatever we need, we put in that email, and we send out like 3 emails a month. We don't spam nobody. We just more than 3 emails a month, and it'd be about casting, music submissions, crew positions, or even we're looking for locations, stuff like that. So we kind of do it like that on our website, which is tpn1.com.
Yeah, and if we can't get what we're looking for that way, we will go ahead and put the casting calls on Actors Access, which is a process. So we will put the casting call on Actors Access. Right now, like in Atlanta, we had such a big database of actors where we didn't have to do a lot of casting calls.
Yeah.
We just can call up people and be like, hey, I'm writing this role. How do you,
Right.
would you like to be in the movie?
We haven't got there yet.
We're still building that, right? So we're still building up those actors and that database of actors here, so that we don't have to have cast every time. Sometimes we can just write around it and go right into it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But we have been flying some people out from Atlanta to work with us.
Yeah, from Atlanta and North Carolina.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, we got a
I'm the NC girl right now.
Okay.
So at this time, do you have any upcoming openings for casting?
Yeah, actually we will. As soon as our distributor approved the script that we just sent over, hopefully come on y'all, if they listening, within the next couple weeks, we will put a casting call out there. So we will be casting within the next couple weeks.
And she's also playing in the movie too, again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in this.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a bad person.
She'll be a very bad person. See, last one, y'all, she made y'all cry. But this one,
y'all gonna hate me.
Y'all gonna hate her.
Right. Yeah. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yeah, you definitely need to share that information with us so we can spread the word for you.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, you know what? Make sure you join our email list. Yeah, there you go. Just join the email list, and that way you'll get the information as soon as we are ready to dish it out. Make sure that you check your spam, folders.
Yeah, you know how those emails like to go to spam.
Yeah, but we send them out. Like I said, no more than 3 emails a month. Matter of fact, I already did send out 2 this month, so I'm probably send out 1 more next week. Just in time for it, we get the casting notice and news, and we just do that.
Okay, we definitely got your back on that. Most definitely. Ms. Diggs, did you have any more questions or anything you would like to say?
I just want to thank you all so much. I feel like I have learned so much on this platform, and y'all have really helped us to get things rolling, get things started. We thank you. And I look forward to reconnecting with you on some other things. And Latressa and all of us just, continue to grow and build the relationship. So we just thank you. And I'm sure that our viewers are more than happy for this exclusive information. The website is here. Y'all know how to find us. You can go to Instagram, industry_highlighter. We've started a new page, so you might be the first person to follow us, but nevertheless.
We'll make sure we go and follow.
Please do.
But we're on YouTube too.
Yes. And our YouTube, the Industry Highlighter Magazine.
Oh, I'm looking at the comments here. Janae just signed in and says, we just talked about Janae. Yeah, they are the best. They make you feel like family, easy to work with.
Hey, we was just talking about you, Janae.
Yeah.
We were. You did a very good job. Everybody did a good job. So
yeah. We're going to have Janae on once we get our schedules straight and our time zones together. We'll have her on for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Okay. And we're also, just to put it out there, we are also starting this thing called The Platform, which we are going to be live on March 19th at 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And it's just going to be just a different type of entrepreneurs, actors, models. It might be anybody on there. Okay. So we just started doing this. This will be our first stream. So you guys are more than welcome to join us on that day and just enjoy the activities that go on. We're gonna just have fun. We're gonna have fun. We like doing things like that. So
now give us your Instagram page again.
It's industry_highlighter.
Okay, industry_highlighter. Okay, got it.
And mine is Media Coco on
Okay.
Instagram.
All right. I'm gonna go and follow now.
Okay, we're gonna follow you back. And like I said, you may be the first or second follower, but it's growing.
No, actually, we're the
She's the
third.
third.
Oh, you know,
She's the third.
Yeah.
what's yours, Lynn?
Mine's is _13 doves.
Okay.
13 doves.
Yeah. Your best bet is to follow my Facebook under Lynn Holder.
Yeah, I don't even do Instagram like that. I'm a Facebook
So you
guy.
can. I do have Mr. Peoples because we met on my personal, Facebook, but my Industry Highlighter Magazine business Facebook is Lynn Holder. So I can forward the link to both of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do the same because I want to stay in the loop so I know what's going on. I don't want to miss nothing.
That's not her.
I've been rocking with Mr. Peoples since I met him, huh?
Huh?
I said I've been rocking with you since I connected.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, we appreciate it. Definitely
Most
appreciate it.
definitely. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So y'all heard it here first. Y'all seen it. You got the 411. You got the exclusive. You got the scoop. There's really, man, if you have a dream right now, you have all access, all the keys, and everything within you to make it happen. So we thank you all for tuning in. We thank our special guest, the Peoples, and we thank my executive assistant. Love you, girl. Got it going on my media twin. She's ice cold, just as I, for the Industry Highlighter Magazine, the panelists. Look for us on this Saturday on our streaming platforms, Facebook, YouTube channel, and there may be a few more, but right now that's what we have. So y'all be sure to tune into that. And we will see you at 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time and 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So see y'all soon. We love you. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.